Welcome to this edition of CSR Digest. CSR Digest is a feedback mechanism put together by Total Exploration and Production Nigeria Limited to x-ray some of its corporate social responsibility programs and projects to host neighboring and impacted communities. Today we are looking at the computer-based proficiency test for students of host and neighboring communities of OML58. We are now in Ahoda. We have ended with Obite. Combined together, these students have expressed optimism of their proficiency in writing this upcoming JAM and other traits that has to do with computer. Join me as we enter into the news segment. Thereafter, we go to the discussion segment of this program. Welcome to CSR Digest once again. My name is Ndum Ajie. Represented by the Capacity Development Manager, Ukey-Omodu, Mr. Oro said the training program seeks to enhance the computer literacy of senior secondary school students who live in the rural communities of its operations. According to him, the program is a large-scale hands-on training scheduled with several modules preparatory to the forthcoming JAM and UTME, as well as developing capacity that will take the beneficiaries to greater heights. The Deputy General Manager enjoined beneficiaries to take advantage of the modules to be the best and shun examination malpractice.
This training program forms part of the sustained efforts of the NNPC TEPNG's joint venture to support the federal and state governments in the training of secondary school students. It is also a demonstration of our commitment to supporting the continuous development of education in Rivers State, and a clear indication of our recognition of the important place our scholars occupy in the future development of our society. So you, our dear students, as you go through the various modules of this training, please be attentive to your instructors. Write down what you are being taught. I was very happy to see some of you actually taking notes. Do not commit everything to memory, as you may forget some important lessons.
Managing Director, ACE International Training Center, Festus Edaye, Director, Special Duties, Rivers State Minister of Education, represented by Peter Chinemenum, and President, Egi Oil and Gas Youth Body, Prince Obodo, lauded Total EMP Nigeria Limited for giving the students a lifetime training that will prepare them to meet global demands. They commended Governor Wike for paying the JAM fees of all Rivers students for the 2019-2020 examination year and urged the beneficiaries to justify the investment made by Total EMP Nigeria Limited.
Profession today that we do without computer. Whether you want to be an engineer, you want to be a doctor, you want to be whatever, you must. The computer is the basis.
People are struggling to learn at least computer appreciation, but here you are, it has been made available to you free of charge.
With what I'm saying here, we believe that when you enter the JAM, the forthcoming JAM, you are going to perform excellently.
Participants interviewed expressed optimism of performing excellently well at any computer-based examination.
The very moment we started this program, there was a stir of interest, and when this interest stirred, I had passion for it.
I'm very confident enough to write JAM, and I'm sure that I'm going to pass for JAM.
From yesterday, we learned about the introduction to computer, what it is, the beginning of computer, how it started, origin of computer, and the first generations, things like that, and also the components, the hardware, the software, and other things that I think I knew and never knew them. By this now, I can now learn the science, the figures, the things in the keyboard, how to operate the computer to narrow our exams perfectly.
They have taught us how to use the computer. They taught us how digital technology have helped the life of people. And we also learned different parts of the computer, and we also had to monitor and use them.
Most of us know how to touch computer, operate computer, but as you can see, each and every of us, both the SS1 and SS2 in our schools here, can learn how to operate computer, go through search engine, also do many things in computer. So I have confidence that if we go outside now, we can be proud of what we have learned here in year today. Most of other schools, I don't think if they're even here to experience what you're experiencing here today. So we say thank you to Tota.
The training continues in Ekpe, Olo, Elele, and other impacted communities. Welcome to the discussion segment of CSR Digest. CSR Digest is a program, a feedback mechanism by Total EMP Nigeria Limited to x-ray some of its corporate social responsibilities to host neighboring and impacted communities. To discuss today with me, I have two gentlemen who are completely ICT savvy. They are here to talk about this issue of repositioning the students of host communities of Total EMP for greater challenges in ICT examinations or anything ICT compliant. Now, we are here to discuss all this. I have with me Munbere, Apayemini, Munbere, and Mr. Elvis Nwaaba. They've been on with this program for the past 2 weeks. In fact, they were there at Apayemini, precisely OBT. That's part of OML58. They've been there for 1 month, and here they will spend 2 weeks to train students of host communities of Total EMP on how to be ICT compliant and how to be ICT savvy. Now they are here to do all that. Now, let us just start with the whole essence of this training. What is the essence of this training, Mr. Wang?
Okay, thank you very much for having me. We understand that a lot of people do not know how to use a computer properly. Okay, this is one of the reasons why so many people fail JAMB. It's not because they don't know how to answer the questions or they don't know the answers to the questions, but they don't know how to use the computers. So the essence, in conclusion, the essence of this is to teach the students, prepare them on how to use computers in answering exams, to write exams, answer questions, prepare them for computer-based examination.
Now, apart from computer-based examination, I know that application of computer is in all spheres of life now. There's hardly anything one can do without the computer. How do you look at this, Mr. Munbere? How do you look at all this?
Well, you have said the right thing. In the modern world now, and everything we do is computerized. And so, apart from the fact that they are being taught how to use the computer for their JAMB exams, they're also being taught other computer skills too. Because as I always tell them when I teach my classes, I tell them if you want to do car spray painting, you need to know how to use the computer, because most cars they have color codes, and the computer will tell you what amount of color of black you need to use, what amount of color of gray, or whatever color you need to use. So for you to be an expert in any field these days, you need to know how to use the computer. So for me, it's not just about the JAMB, but also about the future.
Okay. Now, which means if somebody is computer savvy, it means that man or that woman, that boy or that girl is now a skilled person. Is that true?
Yes.
How?
Okay, like what my colleague said, the essence of this is to teach you, introduce you using the computer, which on its own is a skill, because knowing how to use the computer is an edge over those who do not know how to use the computer. Somebody who doesn't know how to sew has a skill in sewing, and someone doesn't know how to sew. That's correct. So this is the same way. So if you know how to use the computer, you now develop a computer skill, which you can then narrate down to a particular area or category in computer in the world generally.
Okay. Now, with what you have done so far, right from OBT, you spent almost a month there training these children. Are you confident that what you have done there, what you have imparted, will rub off on these students? How do you look at their performances? And are you optimistic that they can be able to, go on with this?
Yes, I'm very, very optimistic that they can do better than what we even think. Because from our findings, most of them were enthusiastic about the whole thing. And there was so much joy in them learning how to use the computer. And I'm sure you would have observed that most of them said that it was their first time of using the computer, and they are happy that they use the computer. But what I want to add is that there should be a continuous process, because it's not just a one-off thing. You don't just learn and leave it. It's going to leave you. So apart from the JAM exam, I think they should continue to learn more about the computer. It's very, very vast. It's very vast. So if they begin to develop interest in other specific areas of the computer usage, they'll do much more of it.
Now, like what you said now, how would, because there's so much poverty in the land, how or what advice do you have for parents who may not be able to afford the costs of a computer? What advice do you have?
Well, there are lots of parents that may not be able to afford the cost of a new computer, but they could get a fairly used computer. They could get a downgraded used computer. They must not buy computers with very large specifications. They could just buy simple computers that they could just use to practice. And from there, by the time they get better in the simple usage of the computer, I'm sure maybe they get some little job, they can add up and buy a better computer of their choice.
So this advice is very, very do you agree with this? Because you know, these rural areas, people concentrate too much about, you know, stomach, how can feed the family and all that. Even to pay school fees is a very high level. What more can somebody do to be able to achieve this?
Okay.
Yeah.
Like he said, you don't have to get the high specifications computer. But if probably you cannot afford, maybe you can't really afford one, there are business centers, there are computer training areas, you know, big people who can train or enroll your child. And in a case where you have a lot of children, or there are so many people who are enrolled in that, the cost of, you know, practicing would be less than buying a new computer. So if you cannot afford a downgraded computer, a second-hand computer or whatever, you can enroll your child. It's very, very important, because this is a very good investment. It's not just what you see right now, it's in the future. The future is computer, and you have to know how to use it. Like what he said, even spraying, car spraying, you need to know how to use a computer to use that. Even a mechanic right now uses the computer a lot to diagnose the cars. So they can enroll their kids, or advise the parents to enroll their kids in any computer training, you know, center, so that they will know more about the computer and how to use it.
So generally, what advice do you have for, number one, the school, number two, the students, teachers, and the parents? What do you have to advise? Computer education has now been inculcated in the curriculum of the school, right from primary, even nursery, to the university. So what advice do you have for those learning, for those providing the educational instructional materials, and who's designing the curriculum itself? What's your advice?
Well, my advice is this. First of all, I will beg that every participant, parents, teachers, school, even total, everyone should believe that computer is the future. If they do not believe this simple truth, then there's nothing they will do with the advice. Now, for the parents, whatever we do, we should try and encourage our children to get used to the computer. For the school too, the school should try and employ people or teachers who can pass on this knowledge to the students. And for the students, if the school is fortunate enough to have computer systems, they should have the eagerness to learn, and also try not to vandalize those computers, because if when they leave the school, the other sets are coming behind them who are going to learn with it. Then for the sponsoring body, I would advise or beg them to please buy or equip their computer libraries. Let them have e-libraries also. I told them with Google you can search out anything, you can learn anything you want to learn. If your teacher comes to class, it doesn't come to class, it should not be an excuse why you should fail. So if they have well-equipped e-libraries, I'm sure that it will help these children to do better.
Thank you so much. With you, what is your word for these stakeholders? Your word?
Okay.
What can you say differently for what you just said?
Okay. Basically, he said it already, but to add to what he said, those who enroll to support the kids to grow this, there's no two ways of saying it. The computer we are currently in the computer age, and it is going bigger and bigger. Like I told my students, there are cars that automate themselves, that drive themselves, right? There are a lot of people now who get jobs, they have to be computer literate. Otherwise, you will not be able to work in certain industries. So my advice is to encourage the students, not just by words, but by providing all the requirements for them to enroll, for them to learn more, for them to, because if you do not provide a platform for them, they would not be interested in it. That is it. So you have to provide a platform. Go in schools, at homes, anywhere, provide a platform. Let it be an investment into the students' life, into the future, okay, so that they can enroll and learn more and even make the country a better place.
So what's your optimism about what has just happened here?
Well, if I should give it, maybe I should scale it from 1 to 10. I would say it's 7. I'm optimistic that most of them would continue, because as we already know, and most of them already believe that we're in the computer age, they will continue because they've already seen and they're enjoying the use of the computer. So since they're enjoying it, they want to continue in that enjoyment. So I'm very optimistic that they will.
Yes. In the same way, I'm so certain, because I've interacted with some of my students from OBT. I realized that some of them have developed interest in some of the career opportunities we discussed in computer age right now. Some of them have developed interest just because of the introduction to the computer. So I'm very optimistic that it will move on from here and go higher.
Thank you so much. From this, right from Mr. Munbere and Abbas,
Mr.
Elvis. Okay, that's how we draw the curtain close for this segment of the program, CSR Digest. CSR Digest will come your way again next week, God willing. Until then, have a blissful weekend.